My name is Will Kubicek, and welcome to Six Summers. I'm one of the founders as well as the original Six Summers member, as my dad took me through this process from the ages of 13 to 18. We put it all together in a robust platform for you to use. In a minute, Bronson is going to show you all of the ins and outs on how to create your year, as well as really dive into the resources and tools that Six Summers offers. And so I'm super stoked about what it has, the potential it has, as well as the intentionality within our community. And so sit back, relax, and here's Bronson.
Welcome to Six Summers. I'm on the product team here at Six Summers, and I want to give you a walkthrough of how to actually use our product to be an intentional father. When you come to Six Summers, you're here because you want to invest in your children and you want to be a father that is present and that is investing in your children. And this product supports those goals. So the first thing you're going to do after you log in is you're going to notice on the top of the screen, there's a button for an orientation video and there's a start Basecamp button. What I would recommend you do first is to watch the orientation. It's going to give you an overview of the product and an overview of what Six Summers is all about. And you may actually be watching the orientation video right now. After you watch the orientation video, then you're going to start Basecamp. Basecamp is where we help prepare your mind for the task ahead. So I'm going to go ahead and click Start Basecamp. And now you notice there's 3 sections in Basecamp: for dads, for parents, and for dads with kids. So I would recommend going through each of these sections, and we'll start with section 1 for dads. And as I scroll down, you notice on the right-hand side, it shows you all the videos in this part of Basecamp. And so it also has a description to help you learn about this part of Basecamp. So this is going to be for you to do yourself as a dad. So you would come in here, click the video you want to watch, hit play, and it's going to get your mind straight about what it is you're trying to do as a Six Summers father. Once you finish those videos, I would recommend going to section 2. And this is for parents to watch together. So you scroll down and you can watch the videos to help you as parents be on the same page. And then lastly, for dads with kids, these are videos that you can watch with your children and really start to learn about each other and those kinds of things. Now, once you finish Basecamp, you're ready to start climbing. Basecamp is where you prepare to climb. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click back home. I'm assuming now you've watched the orientation video, and I'm assuming that you've started Basecamp and potentially finished it. Now you want to actually build your summer. You want to use the product to create a plan. This is where Six Summers really comes alive. You're going to build your intentional plan for you and your family. So I'm going to scroll down, and what you want to do is you want to create a new summer. Now, I've already created a summer called Taylor Summer 2023. You'll have a Create Summer button here, so you can create one. Once one is created, then you want to edit it. And when you edit a summer, you're deciding what to include in your intentional summer. And so, for example, there's conversations to have, there's experiences to share, there's skills to learn, there's trips to take, there's rites of passage, and there's resources to leverage. So I recommend starting at the top and deciding what conversations you want to have this year with your children. So on conversations to have, some of the ones we have on here to choose from: how to love mom well, understanding each other, where do you want to grow in this next season, you are your friends. So with my son right now, I've decided I want to talk about you are your friends. So I want to click add. It's going to be a great conversation for him to learn the power of influence that he has on others and they have on him. And so I definitely want to have that conversation this year, given his age. And then let me scroll down a little more: how to handle frustrations with each other. Do you know I am for you? Yeah, I want him to know that I'm for him. I also want to have that conversation this year. So I've added 2 conversations. I don't need to add all of them. This is a marathon, not a sprint, but those are the 2 that I want to be intentional about. Now let's go to experiences. So I click experiences. There's things I can do with my children. So the first one is a concert swap, where you each go to each other's concert. There's run a race. There's camping, one-on-one, adventure day. I want to do a concert swap. My children are all into music, and that would be fun for all of us. So that's the experience I want to have. Next, skills to learn. These are things you can learn with your children. So communication code, get fit, learning to manage time, social skills. We're in a season where my family's really into fitness. I have kids that play sports and I want to get back in shape. So I'm going to add get fit as the skill that I want us to learn together to understand how our bodies work, how to stay healthy at their age and at my age. And then trips to take, a one-on-one trip or a family trip. We actually already have a family trip plan, so I'm going to go ahead and add a family trip as the one that I'm going to do. And then rites of passage, these will be things like learning to drive a car or different rites of passages that you go through as you're developing. And so I would go through and add some of those. And then resources to leverage. We have a lot of resources you may want to go through with your children or by yourself. And so I may, add one of these. I'm actually going to do leading teenagers while working from home, because sometimes I do work from home. And so now I've built out a summer. There's conversations, there's experiences, skills, trips, rites of passages, and resources. So now when I click the logo in the top left, it's going to take me back to the homepage. But now notice it says 0 of 2, 0 of 1, 0 of 1. It's showing me my progress toward the things that I've put into my summer. So conversations to have, I've done 0 of the 2 that I said I wanted to do. And so anytime I can come here and I click conversations to have, and it reminds me of the 2 conversations I said I wanted to have this year with my children. And so I can say, you know what? I do want to do the you are your friends conversation. And let's say I'm planning to have that conversation tonight. So I would come here and click view details, and it's going to walk me through a game plan, and it's going to show me why it matters. It's going to give me a video on how to have that conversation and what to do when certain things come up in that conversation. And so as I go into this evening, I'm ready to have the conversation about you are your friends. And if I'm done and I have that conversation, then I can click mark as complete. And now I have completed one of the 2 conversations that I wanted to have with my children. And then again, I click back on the logo. It takes me back to my summer when I scroll down. Now you see a progress bar. I'm halfway complete with the conversations that I want to have this year. Here's the thing. Don't underestimate how powerful this tool is. It allows you to have a plan. It allows you to have accountability toward that plan. And it allows you to actually learn how to do it. You may not know how to have certain conversations, but you can read the text, you can watch the video, and then you can be equipped to have that conversation. And if you do this just for 1 year with your children, you're going to be the most intentional you've ever been. And so conversations, you're going to be dealing with things that you need to deal with your children. Experiences, they're going to leave home eventually and remember the incredible experiences that you gave them. Skills, they're going to learn things they can take with them forever. Trips, some of the best bonding that a family can ever do will be on trips. Rites of passage, everyone remembers those rites of passages that they went through. They're meaningful to them. And then the resources are always challenging us and helping shape our minds to be more intentional. So what I want you to do is I want you to watch the orientation video. I want you to complete all of base camp to really be ready to climb. And then I want you to build out your first summer and then go and actually execute against the things you said you wanted to do so that you can be the most intentional father possible. Thank you.